everyone. Welcome to the Zone to Speak podcast. I'm your host, Juliana. Hey everyone. At Zone to Speak, I know how important it is to stay healthy, strong, and ready for every ride, workout, and adventure. That's why I'm sharing discounts on products I personally use and love. Each one designed to support your performance, recovery, and overall well-being. Whether you are a serious athlete or just trying to feel your best. And remember, every time you shop using these codes, you are directly supporting the podcast and helping me bring more great conversations to life. Psych Plus, their smart pump is a game changer. Light, compact, efficient, and perfect for keeping your tires road and gravel ready. It's also ideal for travel as you can skip the CO2 canisters. You can even change your tire pressure on the go when switching between surfaces. Get 10% off the smart pump and 5% everything else. 15% off down the road cycling gear, beautifully designed and performance-ready apparel. 15% off New Zest, clean, plant-based protein and essential nutrients to fuel your recovery and daily energy. 15% off Oleo's wellness shots, adaptogens, nootropics, and functional nutrients to support performance, focus, and recovery. I take Oleo's daily in the lead up to any of my races, and I have the pre-ride and recovery shots ready for the weekend's big training rides. If you're looking for a clean, effective boost, Oleo's is it. 10% off Cold Age. High-quality supplements, including multivitamins, collagen, creatine, and more. I take their women's fermented multivitamin and creatine daily. 10% off Loop ear plugs, ideal for travel, sleep, sensory recovery, or managing noise at races. 10% off Clearly Not Coffee, a caffeine alternative made with mushrooms, cocoa, maca, and rhodiola. I use it every day for smoother energy, sharper focus, and better hormone balance. 10 pounds off Heal, nutritionally complete, high-protein, plant-based meals for when you are on the go and need something quick, satisfying, and healthy. Also great to take bike packing. 10 pounds off Shocks headphones, the safest way to listen while you train with open-ear technology that keeps you alert and aware on the road or trail. 35% off Frey Skincare. Skincare made for active people. I have used Frey for 10 years, designed to keep sweaty skin clear, fresh, and glowing. You will find all the partner links, discount codes, and instructions in the episode description. So go check them out and enjoy these perks. Now, let's get into the episode. Welcome back to Zone to Speak, where we celebrate the journeys of people who move through the world on two wheels with passion and purpose. Today's guest is someone whose strength, both physical and mental, is truly next level. I'm honored to sit down with Mayalen Noriega, a remarkable athlete whose career is defined by resilience, versatility, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Maya's journey through sport is rich and deeply human, from national championship podiums in road, time trial, and track cycling to her unforgettable performance at the London 2012 Paralympic Games. She continues to break barriers and rewrite what's possible. Beyond her accomplishments on the bike, Maya is also a dedicated leader in the cycling community, championing visibility, representation, and connection through her work at events like the Gravel Earth Series, where she brings insight and energy as a commentator and advocate. In this episode, I will explore what continues to drive her as an athlete, mentor, and role model. Let's dive in. Welcome, Maya.
Hi, hello. Thank you very much. It's really nice to be here.
Likewise, so happy that you're here. So I was doing some research, because I know you from here, from Girona. Actually, I met you, I don't know if you remember, at the Laos Badlands Rally. And then now I live in Girona and I see you here and you're such an inspiration because, you're always happy. You are so inclusive and, it's just such a positive energy. And I was researching you and I didn't know that you were like this big powerhouse. So inspiring. And I also didn't know like you are from Mexico and then you moved to Girona. When did the move from Mexico to Girona happen and what inspired that transition?
I just moved around because I lived in Mexico City, and that's such a huge city. I'm not really a city person, and I knew that since I was a little girl because I just love the outdoors and yeah, just being surrounded by so many cars and like buildings. It just I knew it wasn't me, so I always search for like where I could cycle and just be like feel that freedom and don't have a car and depend on that car. So yeah, I just moved around. So I've been in the States. I was a swimmer. I started like as a swimmer. I
Wow.
did a lot of sports, but just swimming was a sport I really enjoyed, and I was starting to be really good. So I had a coach that's like, okay, if you want to go full in, we just need to do swimming. And I just started swimming. And so I swam for a place in the US, and then to Australia. I swam for the University of Sydney. So I studied there as
Wow.
well. And then I had a Spanish passport because my mother was from Spain, and then I came to do my MBA in Barcelona. And then I went to a team in Mataró for swimming and then triathlon and then cycling. And then I knew Girona was excellent for sports, and I ended up in Girona. So yeah,
Wow.
it's really cool. Just
You
moved
really
around a
been
bit.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I'd never like the cities, so I always search for the perfect place. And I think, yeah, Girona is just what I like. So it's a small city, has everything you want, but it's also like you can have mountains, you can have flats, you can have the sea really near, you have the mountains really near, and then you have a big city near an airport. It's pretty simple, and I like Girona. And then the community is amazing.
Yeah, you couldn't have described better. Like that's what I always say. Like Girona is a small town with a big town feel because we do have everything here. It's so nice. Not only like everything as infrastructure, but you also have the mountains, the coast. You can ride flat, you can climb as much as you want. I mean, you have everything.
And the people are
And the
really
people.
special as well, because I think it's a community that everybody that's there wants to be there, and it's searching kind of the same feeling as you
True.
are. And especially like I think women's like sports in Girona, it's amazing. And the communities, just you go for a ride and you have Olympic champion, world champion, and whatever. And like it's just super cool, and everybody's so near and simple. So I think that's pretty special as well.
Yeah, very down to earth. I really like that. How has Girona shaped your life, both as athlete as a person?
I just love it. It's simple. And I live a bit of outside of the city. So I have like the normal kind of life, because sometimes Girona can be a bubble. Like
Yeah,
every in the center, it's just cycling related. And then you see, if you go into towns, like you cannot walk and not see somebody that's cycling. So yeah, I like having the normal life and this like the cycling life. So I think that's pretty special about Girona as well.
yeah, that's sweet. And how did you start like seriously writing? And how did you get into the 2012 Paralympic Games? Because I mean, just looking at the picture, so emotional.
Yeah, I know. It's funny because I've always liked sports. I always tried everything. It's like I think I'm a really energetic person. Every time I'm with my sisters, like, okay, you go do sports and then you're a normal person, because I have a lot of energy. So I need to like do something, and then okay, I can sit down. If not, I just cannot sit down. So since a little kid, I've like tried every sport. So I went into swimming. I started swimming professionally, like really small, because I think you pick at swimming at 16. So I did professional swimming, and then I had an injury, and I was wanting to go to Sydney Olympics, but I couldn't go at the end.
Okay.
So I did some open water swimming as well, and then transitioned to triathlon, because as a kid I always cycled, but couldn't like really develop it because I like wanted to go fully on swimming. And
Okay.
swimming, it's a really jealous sport, so you have to do swimming and just swimming.
Yeah, it's very demanding, a lot of hours. It's technique, technique, technique. Yeah.
100%. And then if you're one day outside of the pool, it just you don't feel the same the next day. So yeah, it's a really I've always said like you spend a lot of hours riding as well, but the swimming is kind of the same hours. And then I used to be 100 and 200 backstroke. And
Okay.
it's a minute or 2 minutes. And then you
Yeah.
swim 6 hours or you train 6 hours a day for just like a second or tiny, it's just really demanding sport. And it's you and yourself and you're on the water. And before, when we were swimming, you didn't have like music or anything. So it was just your thoughts. And that's pretty cool sport, but it's a hard sport. But then I always liked other sports. And then when I like never stopped swimming, but it's like, okay, I want to do something else. So that's why I did like triathlon. And then I had a really big injury, so I couldn't run anymore.
Oh no.
I had a stress fracture in my foot, but I broke the whole foot like in half. So I couldn't even
Wow.
walk for like a year. But I could cycle.
Wow.
That was funny. So a friend asked me, it's like, oh, why don't you like try, like not professional cycling, but racing on the bike? I'm like, really? But there's a lot of people. And like, I'm not really used to like riding on pelotons. So we started on the track and then training a bit. And then the paracycling team was training as well on the track. So I was like, oh, why don't you try a tandem? You could be a guide and then this could happen. Like, okay, well, I'll give it a try. And then, yeah, we started to going to national championships and then European championships and then World Cups and then World Championships. And yeah, they always said like, oh, we think you can go to Olympics, but everybody can say it like that. And then once you realize, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe we can go this and we can fight this. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But one step at a time.
Amazing. And to work as a guide, I mean, you probably also have to put a lot of hours training together to really know each other's pace, or no, not needed.
Yes,
Yes.
and especially to know each other. So you know when the other person. I've never like it's a team, so you have to work together, know each other. We were all like really passionate, and then I think we both kind of started cycling together, so we learned a lot together, and that was the cool part. So everything was new, so we had to learn, and pretty special.
Yeah, and you're also so versatile because you really reinvented yourself. Never stopped. Because a lot of people have a hard time when they have an injury and can't really overcome.
Yeah, injuries. I think injuries are the worst part of being an athlete.
Yeah.
You have so much energy, and then your sport, it's you as well. So what do you do day to day? And that was like, for me, the foot was really hard, and especially because I think I was on the top of my sport at that moment, and then not being able to do it. I'm really competitive. I love racing. I used to love racing. Now it's like I don't like racing anymore, and I thought that was never going to happen. But yeah, it's injuries. Even if you're not, it's just hard. It's hard to not be able to do what you love to do, and then your friends are always like doing it, and so yeah, just reinventing myself and getting over, and then pushing and recovering. Yeah, that was now. I remember that part of my career, like suffering a lot, but it was just an opportunity to do something else, and where it got me and where I did, like what I did, it was pretty special.
Yeah, very good. And you also have a Guinness World Record. Can you tell me a little bit what the record is, what inspired this attempt, was the experience like?
Yeah, I'm like, people that know me know that like if they give me an idea, I kind of always say yes before like thinking about it. It's like, okay, and then it's like, oh my god, what did I get myself into? So I've always been a pool swimmer since I was like maybe 20. And then yeah, I think you get bored of just like, so I started like open water swimming. And then a group of friends like, oh, why don't we try this? So we tried the Guinness World Record for the channel, English channel swimming. But not
Wow.
only once, we did it 4 times.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah, that's the
massive.
Guinness World Record. 4 times of the crossing of the English channel, 43 hours we did.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
insane.
And then we did the Gibraltar Channel. And yeah, it was just a group of friends. It's, you know how it is, like when friends give you ideas and then there's support of the communities. It's just super fun. And I
Yeah.
really enjoy swimming. It's just kind of like the feeling of the bike, like the freedom that it gives you. But yeah, it's just more yourself. You cannot see anything, or maybe fishes and other things, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You get to think a lot.
Yeah, I love swimming. Well, I learned how to love swimming. I have a triathlon background. So it was my biggest fear, the swimming part. And then I started doing it. I was like, okay, I think I can do this. I survived. And then I really didn't like it. But then it became like my frenemy. Like, I want to do better. Like, you're not going to win me. But I did one of those. I mean, not a Guinness World Record, not even close. But yeah, where friends were like, oh, let's do this open water swim. It's going to be so much fun. It's 9 nautical miles. I didn't even know what that meant. I was like, oh, sure. And then it's like almost 20 kilometers.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoy it as well. It's very peaceful, I think, like you said, because you don't have any distraction unless the bottom of the sea or whatever you were swimming. So it's almost meditative.
Yeah, no cell phones, no anything. So
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's
nothing.
you and your thoughts, and you can choose whatever you want to think about. So
Yeah, yeah. And you said, you went to university in Barcelona. You did your master's in Sydney, I think, or the
no,
opposite.
yeah.
The opposite. And so I know you have an engineering background, and from engineering you went to elite sport. How did you manage this transition?
I think it was that I went to elite sports before I studied, because swimming, it was since, I
Part of
think I
your
was
life, yeah.
professional swimming since I was 14, 15. So I was always like complying both of them, because I knew education was so important. And in Mexico, it was hard to earn a living from sports. So
Yeah.
I always had to have a career, and I had that clear since I like the beginning of the sport. So yeah, just was searching for universities what I was swimming, and then just trying to find the balance. That was never easy, but yeah, pretty. It, you made time where there wasn't. So, but that's my life. I love sports. I love being outside. So I think that wasn't. Yeah, it's just, you had to go to school. You had to study. You had to wake up early and then do the sport and then compete on the weekends and then come back to school. But it gave me the opportunities to, yeah, live in the US, live in Australia, live in Barcelona, and then Girona, Mataró. So, and yeah, so pretty cool.
Hats off, because it's not easy to go to school, especially engineering, and keep this high elite level in sports. So
What I
good on you.
loved about engineering is like when you went to classes, it's like I thought about at the beginning, like to study medicine, but I knew you had to like spend a lot of time like reading and researching, and engineering is more, okay, either you know it on the class, you work a bit, but it's done. You don't have to spend that much time. And I really like love numbers and logistics. So that was, yeah, I knew I loved that. And I didn't
Just
have to
came
spend.
natural to you, engineering.
No, I really love numbers. I like, if I knew there was opportunity to do like other kind of things, but I lived in Mexico and there wasn't many options. So it's hard when you're like 17 choosing something.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is
now you
tough.
know a bit more, but before there wasn't that many options to choose from.
That's
So
true.
I was like, okay, I like numbers, this, and then you had two opportunities, like, and then the
Yeah.
universities, if I was going swimming, this one, okay, this university offers this, like, so. But just the jobs, I really like engineering. You kind of know not specialist in anything, but like know a bit of everything. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about gravel earth series. What makes it so special? You have been involved with the gravel earth series, which is helping redefine what gravel racing looks like. What makes it stand out from other gravel events?
Oh, I think just the Glassmark family. It's just so incredible. Like Gerard and Chris. Gerard has these crazy ideas, and then Chris and the team just put it together and makes them done. Like it's just that feeling of like love for nature, love for sports, and then them putting together the Gravel Earth series is just trying to bring the whole world together and not making just racing. It's just if you go to do an event, it's like experience. Like you
Yes.
take so much from every event they do, and yeah, just it's super special.
It's crazy how big it's also becoming because I remember I raced Traca 200 3 years ago. And I mean, it was still big, because people come here and usually stay the whole week. But I think like 360 and 200 took off together. There was no adventure. And now it's like a whole week, like events every day. All the brands are here. There are so many parties, so many things happening. It's intense.
Yeah, the seventh year now. It's like you should have seen the first time. Like there was like 200. Yeah, just the community, and it was like a party. And then every year it just doubled the people. Like it just grew exponentially, and I think it makes it special because it's not just the race; it's just the whole. Like this year we started on Sunday, so it was like 8, 9 days of like events, and then
Yeah.
every day I had to like make a calendar. It's like, okay, Sunday, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. I was like, okay, I need to go this, I need to go be there. I was like, so many things, and everybody's here, and you want to see everybody, and yeah, it's a party, it's the event of the year. There's so many things happening. Every brand, everybody's here, and just I think the racing is just the party or the events. So
Yeah. And how is it to be a commentator? There are so many elite cyclists out there now and all the different distance. How do you manage everything? I mean, I know you're having a good time, but I'm sure it's also tiring.
oh, it's since like I used to work in GCN, so that's where my commentating started. No, we started with the first when GCN racing started. We did the I was working with Marty, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to commentate the Giro Rosa with me?" It's like, okay, I've never done it, but I'll learn from you. So we started there, and yeah, Marty taught me really well, and when Gerard proposed it was like, ooh, I'm like by myself because I've always been the second, so it's just like an add-on, and just being like the lead was like, okay, but like the first year Gerard said, it's like, okay, I imagine myself, I don't know why, like being on the motorcycle and like seeing the race and like commentating, like, and then I came the day before and saw the set. I'm like, oh my god, like this is like a TV set. It's like what? Like how many hours am I doing here? It's like around 6. I'm like, oh my
Wow.
god. So I went that night and just like prepared all my notes. It's like, how am I gonna talk for 6 hours? But yeah, when you
And now it's 6 hours times 5 days, almost.
no, this year we only did the 360 because we
Okay.
want to like really push the 360 distance, but we did 10 hours. So we
Wow.
almost covered it all. And yeah, no, but I think every year just you start knowing everything, and then I have a lot of like people joining me. So like I kind of have every hour like
Someone new. That's
someone new and
nice.
some friends, so they give a bit of like their insight, how they're done, like how they feel it. And yeah, so yeah, it just went by super fast, and then the coverage is getting better every year. It's so nice to see it because I get to see it all, like I know
Yeah.
everything that happens and all the insight, all the info, and like it's just like watching a TV race by yourself, and so you just try to commentate. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very cool. I love it. I love it. Like I live here, so I go there, but then when I'm not there and I have to be home working or something, I can just leave it on YouTube and then watch it bits and pieces. So it's you guys are doing a great job.
Now this year we had it in English, and then we had it in Spanish, and then in Catalan as well. So every year it's just another thing, and it's
Yeah.
growing. And next year, surprise, it's going to be better. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very
Glassmark is
cool.
a really cool team, and they have great ideas, have a great team. So yeah, pretty interesting to work for them, and I love it.
Can you tell me about one or two standout moments from Traca this year, from being like on the behind the scenes?
I just love all the events. Like we started, you were there, the women's ride on that
Yeah,
Sunday
that was
with
so much
like
fun.
all the women riding. And I really enjoy because that's like the start of the week. Everybody's pretty chill, have a bit of time. So they get to enjoy Girona. The weather was perfect. That Saturday it rained a lot, but this year, the Sunday, like it was just so sunny.
Yeah.
And yeah, then after that, it's just like every ride, and some days I did like 3 rides, and yeah, just working and filming and trying to be your best. And then I go home, and I always have a lot of people in my house because friends come and it's like, oh, can I stay in the place? Can I stay in the place? I'm like, yeah. They even call it like Posada Mayalen, Posada Noriega. So it's just like a hotel. I even had people like staying in like inflatables in the garage because it was so even like, okay, you can stay with me, but then you have to like, there's no more bed, so you
Oh
have
my
to.
gosh.
So it's always fun to just like a hard day of work, but then you come home and it's just friends chatting, and they're like, okay, I go to bed, but before I go to bed, I need to plan like, okay, tomorrow I need to do this, and then get like my little dog as well. Like, okay, she has to walk, and then she has to stay here, and then it's just like I can take here, and then I can take it there. So yeah, just planning, and it's pretty cool. And then that Sunday, like I've been, except the first edition, I've been doing all the editions, the 100 distance, because I think it's just a party and I want to continue with that legacy. So this year I asked Gerard, I was like, oh, can I do the 100? He's like, oh yeah, okay, maybe you can film a bit from the inside. And I'm like, okay, I do that. And then the 100 was so much fun because we just started, and then 1 kilometer and just touched the pouring, like,
Boring. Yeah.
wow, like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm not prepared for this, but okay. I saw a friend in the like side of the road, like, oh, do you have a plastic bag? Because I had my cell phone and I had to film, and it was just like so wet. I'm like, can I
Oh
get a plastic
no.
bag? He's like, yes, come. I'm like, I just put it like that. So, and I've never seen Navarra's like so muddy. And I always loved cyclocross. So it was just like 100 kilometers of cyclocross. Everybody was like pedaling and then falling to one side and falling to another side. And it's just a party. So it was super fun. I got to like see a lot of people, laugh with a lot of people. And I did it with Kat as well because we were
Okay.
filming a bit of a video. So it was just fun to just enjoy it and not race it, and just, yeah.
That's
Pretty,
nice that you
pretty
could take
epic distance.
part as well
Yeah.
on from a different angle.
Yeah, it's pretty special because we work so much on preparing, and then I know how much work logistic wise, permit wise, how much goes into like an event like Traka. So just being able to participate and see how people are enjoying it, just, yeah, it makes it super special.
Yeah. How about advocacy and representation? You are not just an athlete, you are a role model. How do you use your platform to inspire others, especially young women, into the sport?
I've never seen myself like that, but I think I just love the sport so much, and I just love being outside. I just want to share all the adventures and share all the joy. And especially when I started like the sports, I always think like, okay, what would I've liked to see or learn from somebody else? And I try to do it. And sometimes I think when we want to start something, we complicate ourselves too much, but it's just simple. You don't need a lot. So I always say, especially with the women's rallies that we did when with Leo, and it's just like, just get to the start line and then you'll find a way, you know? You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a pro. You don't have to have the best bike or the best clothing. It's just get yourself there, and yeah, with the friends and the community, and then yeah, just
Yeah,
make it simple.
completely agree. If you're waiting for all the stars to align, for everything to be perfect, you might never start. You just have to start, and then you start figuring it out and learning
Exactly.
as
And
you
then
go.
we all have hard days. So it's just get over that, and then you'll have a better day tomorrow.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. Um, and then just back to Girona, like, do you, this is cycling paradise. Any favorite routes that you have around here? Like your training routes, hidden gems?
Um, it depends the day. Some days I just don't want to think, and I always kind of do the same routes. And then some days
Yeah.
I just want to discover. So I since because I've been cycling for a long time, since before like GPSs started, no? And I've never been really good at routes, so I always like kept to the road. I was like, okay, I'm like this. And when the GPS, like, or I did a mountain bike route, but it's like it was hard to go back again by myself and do it because I'm not really orientated just like that. But then when the GPS started, it's like, oh, then I can like just like this, like go with somebody, they show me, and then I have it like marked, and then I can do it myself. It's like, oh wow. And then I've like, since that started, I just had so much freedom on the mountain because like, okay, now that I have the map and then I know where to go, I know I can go back home. So I just loving like getting my GPS. Maybe I put a route on, but it's like, okay, maybe I can change it here and then go up here. And then even when COVID was they let us go out. It's like, okay, every day I'm just going to find a new path. So that was like my aim, like, oh, I'm going to do this, but every day I have to do a different stuff. So yeah, I discovered a lot and I like that. I really tried to change it a lot. Like I really going through Bañolas, but I like going to Gabarras as well. When I'm just want to pedal and not think, I go to Constantin's and then go up El Serras. Like I mix it up sometimes with the road and the gravel. I never, like I don't even have a road bike anymore. I just love gravel and just switch it. I do a little bit of roads, but the nice roads, the quiet roads. Like I don't really like the cars and the
Same, yeah.
so it's just
Yeah,
like,
if I have to go on the road, I have my gravel bike. Some people are come to Girona, is like, oh, should I bring road or gravel bike? What do you want to ride? I'm like, whatever you want, because I'm going to be riding my gravel bike. It doesn't matter.
yeah, because you can go on the road as well, so
Yeah,
it gives you a lot of
yeah.
flexibility.
And yeah, I need to start following you on Strava just to get your routes now.
I don't even have Strava.
Oh
Like
no.
I had Strava when it started because I had a coach. That's, okay, because I love I like training by myself a lot because I'm like really okay. I want this, and then I have weird hours as well. So like always training in the midday or just like straight. So he got me into Strava. I was like, okay, you have to do this and then push yourself to do better. But then I never like competing with somebody else if it wasn't a race, you know? So everybody
Yeah.
comparing, I never liked it. So maybe I have Strava over there because it's when I started, but I never used it. And then I started working on Kamut. As I tell you, it's like I just love researching and adventure. Now I use Ride with GPS that I really like, and it's fun just getting class marks. Gerard's routes are amazing. So
Oh,
they
okay.
always have
Okay.
like little treasures, and then you're always like, okay, this 100% is a Gerard route because he just knows every road and every path, and it's just fun. It's pretty nature, and it's like you do his routes, and it's like, oh, I've never been around here, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I just use Strava really to follow people around where I want to get inspiration for new routes. I'm
Mhm.
not looking at the numbers. For me, that's not important. But yeah, I've been using a lot Ride with GPS. I actually met the guys at Traka and they were super nice.
Mhm.
And yeah, I used Komoot as well. I got Komoot when I went to the Laos rally because it was sponsored by them. Yeah, there are many different options now to find routes, and I'm always trying to find new ones because I, like you, sometimes I just ended up doing the same thing because I'm like, oh, I'm lazy, I don't want to think, I'll just go here.
Mm.
But it's nice to find new places to go.
Yeah, it's super cool. And there's around Girona, there's so many
It's
because you can use
endless.
360. You know, you
Yeah,
can go either way.
yeah,
It's pretty cool, and that's also why I like sometimes joining rides because it's like, okay, let's see how they go. Even like just the way they go from out of the city, it's just like, oh, I didn't know this was here, so it's pretty cool.
yeah. Well, I can't talk to you and not mention someone really popular. Your dog.
Oh, she's here. She's snoring.
She's a huge personality. What role does your pup play in your day-to-day routine,
Oh, she's my
especially when it comes to like downtime and recovery? But because I know she's a big cyclist as well.
yeah, because she's my companion. We always had dogs when I was in Mexico, but then when I moved for like competing, moved away, it was just hard to travel by myself with my dog. So I left her with my mother because she had three more. So I was like, I went to visit, and then when COVID started, I'm like, I need a dog. So that first week, I got Tiff, And yeah, just it's 24/7 all the time. And then she's just my companion. And we weren't allowed to go out. Just I walked her. And then when we started to be able to go to like going out on the bike, I was like, I know, and she needs to come with me. So I started like trying different kind of bags. I'm like, okay, I'll take her this way. So I tried maybe 10 different ones, like, till I found the one that worked. And she loved it because I think she just loves being with me and I love being with her. So we tried a lot. And yeah, she's been, everybody's like, are you going to take her? I'm like, of course. I've done so many rallies with her. We've come together. Just super chill. She's super easy. And
it's good training, probably good training to also ride with her. You did track a 100 with her on the back, no?
No.
Oh,
I try not to do like competitions because there's a lot of people, and then
true, could be dangerous.
Yeah. If you fall with her, I'm always a bit more cautious when I go with her. I do a lot of mountain biking, but I'm conscious that she's with me on my back, and I try not to make any mistakes. I've fallen once, and I was like, okay, okay, she's okay. But yeah, you try to be a bit more cautious. And yeah, she really enjoys it.
She's adorable.
I miss her when she doesn't come with me. I leave her with my sister in Barcelona. But it's like, she's like, and my sister's like, oh, you're really needy. I'm like, yeah, she's so much. I love her.
Yeah, I have a dog and a cat, and I work from home now, so they are so spoiled. So every time I also travel, I have to tell the pet sitter like, they're so needy, because they're used to being catered to now 24/7.
Yeah. That's what happened for COVID. Like it was 24/7. She was with me all the time, and she's needy, but I'm needy as well.
Yeah. My daughter's out the house, so now they are my babies, so my kids.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So what are you up to these days? What's next for you?
At the moment, I'm working on projects. So yeah, we just did a mini rally from Gor. So with a couple of women as well. And then we're planning a bit more rallies. We're planning with, a couple of things. And then some stuff from Girona that you'll hear pretty soon.
Cool.
And just getting the community together. We'll do the live streaming for Rancho as well. And then do some more videos for like different events. And pretty cool. So trying to, just getting more people into bikes, especially more women. And
Well, I'm happy to support any of those events. I really enjoy all this, how can I say, rallies, events that support to get more women into the sport, or even anyone, that wants to be in the sport and wants to learn and get started. So you can count on me. And I want to thank you so much for sharing your journey here on the podcast. You are such a positive force in the community, and I'm so lucky that we live in the same city.
No, thank you for having me. And you've done the rallies, you know how special they are. And I always said that the hardest part is getting into the start. So just get more people on bikes, and make it as simple as possible. It's not complicated. Just go on your bike and have fun and enjoy and explore.
Yeah, right on.
And come join us in Girona if you're around.
Absolutely. Thanks, Maya.
No, thank you very much.
And that's all for today's episode. I want to thank the listeners for tuning in. Your support means everything. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider following, leaving a review, and sharing it with your friends.